Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I took a long hiatus. I just got back to YouTube. So on this journey, I'm trying to figure out really where I stand, what I would like to share with you. But as of now, I'm just having fun. I post once a week. I'm still also trying to figure out on which days would work for us to connect. I would really like to build this to be as a community and be more conversational. And today I brought you a topic that I feel like I need to talk about. I find it exciting. I saw some YouTubers who have already talked about this. That is the pros and cons of dating an older man. In my case, I am married to an older man. If you don't know that, older man. We have an 18 years age gap. I will start with the pros of marrying or dating an older man. Older men tend to be more stable, stable financially, stable. I mean, I'm thinking more in a financial way. They tend to be more stable, but that is not always true. Many people have talked about this stability, money stability. What if they had a nasty divorce? What if something happened to them in the past where they had lost a business? What if something happened where they uprooted themselves, moved to a different country? As if we're talking about stability, we also need to look at other things that could happen in life that could prevent someone from reaching that level of stability that we like, that we are talking about, right? They tend to be more experienced, and this is true. More experienced in life because, hey, they have had time to build on. They have had time to live life longer than you. Something that you might be complaining about, something that happened, something that someone said to you that you're like taking it to heart, you can't get your head out of that thing that Sarah told you. He's probably sitting there laughing, smiling, because he's like, really? Are you serious? Does that, like, you know, you will be able to have a more mature conversation because he's been there, he's done that. The experience is not coming from someone your own age, but someone who has been in your shoes, walked in your shoes, and has seen the outcome. It's kind of like living in the future. Again, there is also some gray area where you don't want anyone there to be there holding your hands for every situation that you come head on in life. Someone who is, you know, telling you don't do this, don't do that. That's when having a great conversation with your partner comes in. Ever listen when your parents told you don't do this, don't do that, because they've been there, they've done that? That's the kind of situation that you don't want to end up in with your partner. With the experience comes maturity. Older men tend to be more mature because you're dating someone who's had quite a few relationships, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 relationships. Who knows? Who cares? And they have been in situations where, in retrospect, they could have handled situations differently. Like I was talking about before, they have had an experience with their life which has led them to become more mature. So when you are in a relationship with someone like that, they know how to treat you, they know how to talk to you. They are not going to be picking on petty little things that they know doesn't really matter at the end of the day. That I find very refreshing, to be with someone who is very mature. Older men, they're more mature because they know exactly what they want and they will make you feel secure in a relationship. They are wise. So let's just say your old geezer has been there, done that. You know, it's like right now I'm seeing my daughter's world through her eyes, like the small little things that are so banal to me that make sense to her, that gets her excited. It's really funny to see and notice, and they can see, they can smell SHIT coming from miles away, 1,000 miles away. They can advise you to stay away from someone. They can tell you exactly how what the outcome of a situation would be if you were to proceed with a certain individual. They're really wise. I'm not saying this is black and white, okay? You have older men that are very immature. Personally, I find that men mature later than women. So like, I have dated men my own age in the past, and it was always, I mean, this guy was a couple years older than me. It was always like really immature little things that he would pick on. They would, you know, it was just super immature. Being loud, trying to show off, like I am the man and so on, being insecure in themselves. All the men, they don't have those kind of things because they are wise. They don't have anyone to impress because they've already done all those things. So that's a pro. As far as the cons go, you will get judged. You will be judged by anyone, everyone, their dogs, their cats, their mamas, their papas. Everyone will judge you. And I find that you find those judgments like a lot here in the US. I don't know about other countries. And something that I noticed in Italy, you will see quite a lot of older men with younger women, you know. So like, you will get a lot of judgment depending on where you live and how acceptable it is in that society. In the society where I live in the US, we get a lot of judgments from people, be it online and offline. So you just have to be ready to navigate and know that no one really should get in your head and make you feel bad about your adult decisions that you've made. You have to be confident about the decisions that you've made and know why you made them, why you decided to be with that person, if it happens to be in an age gap kind of relationship. Being condescending. They can be so condescending. They are the know-it-alls. I know it. And to some extent, it is true. They know it because they've been there, they've done that. But that doesn't mean that you know it all. That doesn't mean that you know more than I know, because I might know more than you. You might have a life experience that you know more than me, but there might be a life experience that you never went through, that I went through, and that I got some experience and I can teach you something. And I find that older people, it is really true. They know it all. They just want to share share with everyone what they think would work because they've been there before you and they've done it. Is that older men can be very, very judgmental. They can be judgmental because it's just in their own way. It's just that they've done life before you. They're judgmental because anything new is like, you guys nowadays, what are you millennials not doing? What are you millennials doing nowadays? You know, are you eating your avocados on toast? Like, what do you find satisfying? I'm not saying that's how my relationship is. I'm just saying that older people tend to be judgmental towards younger people, because they just feel like the generation before is better. I judge my younger siblings because I just find a lot of the things that they do to be super cringy. It's the same way when you are in a relationship with an older person. They'll find some things that you're saying to be cringy. So it's like, are you guys really doing this? Like, I drag my husband on social media. He never gets it. He never understands it. Like, I would tell him an idea and then he's just gonna run with it, but he just never gets it. It's our generation. You know, being wise, being stable, knowing it all, it comes with being less exciting. Now, if you're the type of person who enjoys going out clubbing, you find that exciting, exhilarating, you have to go there, pump it, shake it, turn around, pump it, you will really find this kind of relationship less exciting, because your old man has been there, done that, and he really much prefers staying home with a glass of champagne, if you drink champagne, with a glass of Cabernet Sauvignon, you know, Pinot Grigio, and then, you know, sit back, relax. Whatever their hobby happens to be, they will focus on that. Whether it is to watch soccer, whether it is to watch football, go golfing, or things like that. Like, they wouldn't be into the things that you would be into. If that is you, then you will suffer a lot. If you're after that youthful exuberance of your old man will not be there to help you with your exuberance, you know, whatever makes you happy, you know. So if you're after that youthful exuberance, just know that you're probably gonna be on your own. And to have is that they are set in their own way. They have their routines, they follow their routines. Like I've been saying from the get-go, this is not a black and white, you know, thing, because everything that I've talked about so far is not a representation of my relationship. I can tell you that. For example, my husband is set in his own way. He is set in his own way. But I can tell you where the gray area lays. My husband wakes up in the morning, does what he needs to do. The first thing he does, drinks his water, goes to the bathroom, comes out, makes coffee, gets our daughter ready for her nanny and so on. Like, he follows he does things the same way every single day. I find that to be boring, but he feels safe in routines. But this is not set to older people. You will find younger people who feel safe in routines. That's why I'm saying you have to be careful. Like, it's not black and white. It's not set. Like, oh, this is for older people. I find that to be boring. Like, I have to change my routine every single day. Otherwise, I get agitated. I get really bored. I get really sad. I get really angry with myself if I'm doing the same thing over and over. Like, I want to try different things every single day. I want to wake up 5 minutes later. I want to wake up 5 minutes earlier. I want to do things like that. I want to brush my teeth after eating breakfast. I want to brush my teeth before. But I find that older people can be set in their own ways because it works for them. It's worked for them. They don't want too much change, so they stick with what they know, and they don't want to try they don't want to try something that might be risky. They are ready to settle down. They want quiet life. Is that what you want? You have to ask yourself, is this the kind of life that I really want for myself? I have reached the end of this talk about dating an older man, the pros and cons. If you have reached this far and you haven't yet subscribed, please go down and subscribe, like this video, share, leave me a comment. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Are you in an age gap relationship? What do you think? What has been your experience? Have you been judged? Have you benefited from dating someone who is older? Have you not benefited? Did you end your relationship? What happened? Why did you end it? Are you flourishing in your relationship? What's your secret in flourishing? I'd love to hear all your thoughts below. Thank you so much. Until next time, your humble servant, Geraldine. Ciao. Bye-bye.